ears too big. My left hand instinctively flew to my ear as my right swiped the webpage closed. My ears felt a perfectly normal size to me, but I would say that, wouldn't I? I was used to them. Maybe Threadsy user @Joe14573 was right. Maybe they were too big. Is that what people were thinking when they were watching the Wonderwick Woods films? That Emily Montgomery, now legal, potentially overrated, in possession of symmetrical features, has freakishly large ears? And that was without getting into the comparison with Darcy Jackson. The less said about that, the better. Nearly there, Mum chirped as we finally turned off Euston Road. I'd been so deep in my scroll hole, I'd almost forgotten I wasn't alone. Oh, I was miles away, I said, throwing my phone into my bag and snapping it shut with the familiar, satisfying magnetic click. I usually gave away the fancy handbags I got sent to various friends, family and colleagues, but this one I kept. The leather felt reassuringly soft but sturdy under my fingers. Mum, you know you don't have to come to these things anymore, right? I asked, gently. Once upon a time, she was my chaperone, and now I was old enough to be able to conduct my business on my own, or with the help of one of my team, but it was like she hadn't realised that the chaperone days were over. It's not that I didn't appreciate it, but part of me wondered if she was still going to be coming to kick-off meetings with me when I'm 40. Well, you need someone looking out for you, don't you? She said resolutely, flicking her hair back off her shoulders. That's what people like Glenn and Chloe are for, I said with a smile. You know, if there was something else you wanted to do today, something more fun than going to a meeting, I wouldn't miss it. Now, remember, Emsy, you're not going to mention that film you've been threatening to do during the next Wonderwick hiatus, are you? I let out a sigh, almost against my own will. Mum, that film is really important to me, and more to the point, I'm going to commit to it soon. But you haven't yet? She remained optimistic. No, we're still working it out. I didn't want to give her false hope, but I wasn't going to lie to her either. I know there's not much I can do to stop you, but it's about the money. If they know you're agreeing to do these silly little independent films for no money, that doesn't exactly give you and Glenn great bargaining power for the rest of the franchise, does it? But that leaves me with nowhere to go. If I'm only allowed to do films that pay me as much as Wonderwick, I'm going to have zero choice in what the rest of my career looks like. You're up to your eyeballs in offers. And Lord knows I hope you always will be, but in case you're not, you have to be making smart choices while you are in demand. I simply do not understand why it has to be this one. I keep telling you, Mum, I said gently, reaching across the middle seat to squeeze her hand. It's because I really want to work with Edgar Malick. I'm shocked that a director like that is interested in me after doing nothing but Wonderwick for so long. And what is wrong with Wonderwick, exactly? Nothing. I shook my head. I love it. It's my home. But I know it won't be there forever, and I have to start thinking about doing other things. There's only a finite number of books, and we're coming to the end of them. Well, you know what your father thinks you should do next? That I should do the half-animated kids' comedy where I'd be playing a 16-year-old. It was called Dinky Daffy and the Detective Squad. The character description had said, she just loves to wear primary colours. That's all you need to know. You make it sound so juvenile. It's written by that man who wrote that adorable film you loved about the cat. Anyway, don't you want to go to Hollywood for a while? Wouldn't that be nice? A bit of sun on your skin, an ocean breeze, shopping on Rodeo Drive. Where's this other one shooting again? Cork? Outside of Galway, I corrected her, but she waved her hand dismissively as if they were basically the same thing. I'm sure the film is going to be great, and yes, it would be nice to go to LA and see the sun for more than a day at a time. I just don't know if I want to be playing a literal child again. I ran my fingers through my hair, the heavy, straight, glossy, dark locks of my signature style. I felt a rogue, frizzy strand under my fingertips and yanked it out straight away. I didn't want a hair out of place. You might as well do it while you still can. May I remind you that I'm a whole 20 years old, I said with a smile. Well, you'll always be a baby to me. I think Hollywood can wait. At least until I'm old enough to have a martini there, don't you?